When we are practicing in the forest and our mind gets stuck, and it's not so easy to find, a teacher or some guide to run to the guide every now and then and say, can you please tell me what is happening and what is this? No, we can't do that. So what I did was, when our mind was in a fix, I did not know what to do next. I looked at the picture of the Buddha. I looked at the picture of the Buddha, and then I just concentrate. Just observe it, to free my mind. Then I begin to observe the serenity, the calm, the composed posture of the Buddha. Absorb that calmness and tranquility. And then it is as if speaking to the Buddha, but actually I'm addressing my mind. Right? Tell me, what have I to do next? What should I do next? And you find that, after a little while, like the solution comes, like an answer comes. That is how some people say that, they get revelations. Sometimes certain devas come also and tell you how to do it, especially those who have been following track of what you are doing, your sincerity in practice. What do you see? Sometimes. But the other cause that can come is when you start to free your mind, and when you make that kind of determination, whatever thing that you have developed in the past, they can come up to rise up. You see? And then you just continue. You just come to know what to do, how to do like that. You see? So you do get this kind of problem, but what happens is this. If you make a firm determination, this is where all those religious objects, what are the purpose, what's the use of religious objects? Such a Buddha image, know that. It is for your mind to focus. You focus your mind. And then after that, if you have the faith, if you're able to recall the virtues of the Buddha, you recall those virtues, and you start to develop energy, mental energy as such. Faith or Shraddha is a condition of the mind, is a mental factor which conditions energy to arise. And you use that energy to direct, have effort, the right effort, and then to develop mindfulness, and with mindfulness, you will grow in concentration, and with concentration, wisdom dawns on you. That is what, these are what you call the 5 mental faculties. Develop these 5 mental faculties, the faculties of faith, of confidence, the faculty of effort, energy, mental energy, faculty of mindfulness, of concentration and wisdom. And it is these 5 mental faculties, when you develop, will become your mental power, which enables you at least to temporarily suppress, temporarily check those defiling tendencies of sensual desire, of anger, aversion, of sloth and torpor, of restlessness and doubts. When these 5 mental hindrances are temporarily suppressed, then you find certain other mental factors arise. These are what you call the jhana factors, the factors of vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekaggata. What are they? The factors of vitaka, application of your thought, and you have apply your thought at one point, vichara is discerning, sustaining your attention at that point. That is also another mental factor, and you observe it in one spot, that is ekaggata, and then when you perform these three things, then naturally the result, piti sukham, arises. Piti is that rapturous feeling, the kind of satisfaction that you get, that gives you the enthusiasm to go on, the zest, the feeling to go on, to practice further. And sukham is that bliss, the kind of ease that you feel. There is the bodily ease and the mental ease, where your body becomes free from tension, and you begin to be able to control any tense, a feeling of tense and pain. Now you are absolutely under control. Now this is how you experience sukham as such. And as you go further and further, this sukham becomes even more refined, refined in the form of very pleasant feeling. And eventually you transcend even this pleasant feeling, so that your mind is just in focus, in focus. Then this is how step by step, in the first jhana, you may have these mental jhana factors, these five jhana factors. As you develop further, you drop off those mental factors and you start to reduce to 3, to 2, and to 1 mental factor when your mind is in focus. And after that, you bring down your mind to normal, and your mind is quite in focus. Right? So this is how you develop the mind. And as you would be going out the way for the, what you call, to face the world in life, and tomorrow, maybe from tomorrow, we will have to start to prepare you to go out and to tell you what your worldly duties and responsibilities are. We still give you time tonight for you to further develop your mind, and so I think it is enough for the time being, and we'll spend a few minutes to round up this session by just sitting quietly and then sharing the merits that we have acquired on this occasion. And for all our novices and upasikas, all the good work, all the effort that you have put in, these are the merits that you have acquired. Share these merits with all the devas, all celestial beings, all the radiant ones, and also to transfer and dedicate these merits to all your departed relatives, friends, and then make your aspiration determined so that you can progress further. In the calmness of your mind, if you like just to watch your breath, breathing in, breathing out, keeping your body in an upright position, and take a breath, breathing in, breathing out normally. Just focus your attention just above your upper lip. Observe the breath as if the breath goes in and out through the point above your upper lip. Any thoughts, any distraction that arises, as soon as you become aware, you will return your attention to that spot, that area above your upper lip. Keep your attention there for a few minutes. calmness of your mind, just observe breathing in, breathing out normally and free your mind. And observe the calm, the quietness within. Observe the silence within. And feel a sense of well-being and happiness throughout your whole body. And feel that this being, be well, be happy, free from anger, free from enmity, free from sufferings, free from illness, free from fear, anxieties, and just live in happiness. Just as you wish to be well and happy, to be calm and peaceful, you will spread out your aura of calm, peace, and your thoughts of loving kindness in all the directions, all around you, above and below. Spread out to fill this whole hall, that all who are gathered here be well, be happy, free from anger, free from enmity, be free from suffering, free from illness, free from fears and worries, and just live in peace, in calmness and peace. Going within, beyond this hall, to the whole temple premises, all the surrounding areas. Covering the whole federal territory, the whole country, all the neighboring countries, to the whole world and beyond. That all beings, all creatures in all the directions, north, east, south, west, above and below, to all the realms of existence, known or unknown to us, seen or unseen, may all be well, may all be happy, free from anger, free from enmity, free from suffering, free from illness, free from fears and worries, and just abide, live in peace, in happiness, free from harm and dangers, that all beings be well and happy. Breathing in, breathing out, just keep this one thought in your mind, that may all beings be well and happy. In your wholesome state of mind, you will now share the merits of this occasion with all the devas, all celestial beings, wherever they may be, and all the radiant ones. May they rejoice in these merits. May they be well. May they be happy. let us also spend a few moments to dedicate the merits of this occasion and all the goodness that you have done throughout the day for the spiritual well-being and happiness of all your departed relatives and friends. Whoever that comes to your mind, think of your departed relatives and friends. Have the good wish that wherever they may be, may they have the opportunity to grow in the Dhamma, to lead a good life, and pave the way for them to be free from all sufferings. Through all the good thoughts, all the merits that you have performed, you will now make your aspiration determine in your mind that the merits of this occasion can pave the way for you to further develop, to strengthen and purify your minds, so that you'll be able to confront and overcome whatever obstacles, whatever difficulties that arise, whatever illness that has arisen, that you have the strength to confront and overcome them, that you will be able to grow in wisdom and in compassion and be able to make good use of your lives, not only for your own happiness but also for the welfare, for the happiness of the many. And may all the merits pave the way for you to progress in your practice, to succeed in your studies and whatever work that you do, that you'll be able to fulfill your worldly duties, responsibilities, and pave the way for you to develop and realize the bliss of Nibbana. Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sata soti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sata soti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. May you all, by the purity, by the power of the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and all your goodness, all the merits, all the efforts that you have made, may you be able to progress in your practice. May you be able to sow the seeds that will grow, that will nurture, that you develop your wisdom and be able to see the realities of life, which will enable you to liberate your mind and be free from all sufferings. May you all be free from sufferings, have happiness, live in peace and happiness always. Let us now just share these merits once again to all the devas and all our departed relatives. Akasatta ca bummata deva naga mahitika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu loka sasanam. Akasatta ca bummata deva naga mahitika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkantu desanam. Akasatta assume that tomorrow we will have it's different from other years. We will have the closing ceremony tomorrow night, Saturday night. And we have the closing tomorrow night. Of course, then after that, the next day, we have the Pindapata or alms rounds. Those of you who wish to take part in the alms rounds, please remember, bring your own cooked rice. If you want to bring any food and they only serve vegetarian food and you leave it with the counter, don't, so that the rice, one of the purpose why they only serve cooked rice, so that the cooked rice don't spoil and can go back to circulation to all of you again. And this is what you call recycling. However, you offer it, and after that you share, right? And now the way you offer, I have seen that there's no opportunity to explain to the devotees who come to offer food and attend to the monks, novices, and upasikas. You know, at the opening, we give the blessing. When you offer, before you offer the food, we give the blessing. We say, Ichitang, Pachitang, Tvihang, Kipameva, Samichatu, Sappe, Purindu, Chitta Sankappa, Chandu, Panarasiyata. The meaning is this. The act of offering, when you perform some good things, merit, make an aspiration, determination, have the wish. This wish, this aspiration is to guide, is to direct your wholesome forces, wholesomeness, the merits, to guide it where, when to ripen, right? Then we wish that ichitam pachitam, what your wish, your aspiration, you may fulfill your wish, your aspiration, just like the full moon, like that. So a wish, an aspiration must, if you make that wish an aspiration, after all, what is that wish and aspiration? If you have that wish, aspiration, you have that in your thought, when your mind is calm because you have the joy of giving, then you generate wholesome karma. As a result, you will see wholesome effect. You will see the effect. That's the result of your prayer, result of your, aspiration. It guides you towards that direction. And remember, the basis of success is this. One, you must have a wish. You must have an aspiration. You must have a target. You must have a goal to go in. Then, after that, there is virya. You must exert effort and energy towards it. Then, chitta, one-mindedness. Whatever you wish to gain, to attain, you work. You put your mind there. You don't get distraction here and there. That is what this practice of concentration, so that your mind is not diffused, your mind is not distracted. Your mind, you have one purpose. You know the purpose for which you have come. Develop your mind. Then you develop that. Then after that, you have vimamsa. You must know how to apply your mind, how to discern, how to contemplate, how to look at things carefully. See, that's what after you develop mind, strong mind, then you come down to discern, to look and see its true nature. That's how you develop your wisdom. These are the four bases of success, right, if you want to develop your mind. Good health and peace to you. Bodies or astral bodies, there is no permanence in them also. They rise and fall.
they appear and they disappear. Right? So, where is it? Just as this physical body appear for some time and then disappear. Your cells begin to die and finally disappear from here too. Where is it? So this is the nature of being. Nothing, when you analyze, that is why when the Buddha taught about these 5 aggregates of Panchakanda, Buddha analyzed his whole being into these 5 aggregates for one reason: to defeat the idea, to get rid of the idea of the self, the soul, atta. And it is something which you can yourself experience. When you develop your mind, develop those 7 factors of enlightenment more and more, then you will be able to experience. In the void, you experience anicca, dukkha, anatta, the non-self you experience. Where there is nothing, you experience. And the Buddha say, we all say that Nibbana is the highest bliss, isn't it? Nibbanam paramang sukham. So you all run, you all like to achieve that happiness, Nibbanam paramang sukham, because you get the very high bliss, ultimate bliss. You create in your mind wonderful bliss that you can experience. It's truly it's wonderful bliss. But remember, the Buddha also said that Nibbanam paramang sunyam. Sunya means, sunyata means void, empty. Nibbana is the highest emptiness. When you arrive at Nibbana, you realize it's empty. What is empty? Empty means you must empty of something. Emptied of what? You are emptied of greed, no more craving, no more hatred, no more delusion. So, go on developing this and you will realize the highest happiness is the real emptiness, where your mind is really empty. You experience this kind of emptiness, degrees of this kind of emptiness, little by little. As you get into the 4th jhana, you experience a certain amount of emptiness in that. But when you further develop that, you will realize real emptiness of it. You see? So, this is how you develop and try to understand the Dhamma. This Dhamma called the sublime Dhamma, Sat Dhamma. I mentioned before that there are 2 kinds of Dhamma. There is mundane, Lokya Dhamma, and there is Lokuttara Dhamma. Lokya Dhamma, the Dhamma with regards to the worldly matters. Now listen carefully and take note of all these Dhamma that you have been told over the last 1 week until now. Because in a few days' time, we will have to return you to the world and we have to talk on more mundane Dhamma. So, today we talk about the climax of and maybe tomorrow when the Venerable comes, we request him to talk about Nirvana. Then after that we come down to more mundane matters and tell you how you should, when you come out of this program, how you should function as good brothers and sisters, good sons and daughters, good husband and wives. So don't worry all our devotees, all our brothers and sisters who are waiting there, and as you know, some of them are very frightened that you will attain Nibbana too soon. Don't be worried. Some people have the idea that those who attain Nibbana, they cannot stay at home. And some people have got this idea, have given this idea that those who have realized Nibbana, they cannot stay at home for more than 7 days. If they stay at home for no 7 days, they will die. You really believe in these things? No. These are hearsays. These things, right? You must try it yourself and see. Now, we talk about the Sangha. Buddha talk, when you recite those qualities of Sangha, you talk Sravaka Sangha. What are the Sravaka Sangha? The Sangha comprises of not only, many people think, the monks. When they talk about Sangha, they talk about monks. Or maybe sometimes they add in the nuns too. Right? But when we recite those qualities of Sangha, we say Supatipanno Bhagavato Sravaka Sangha. Sravaka Sangha refers to not only monks and nuns, but it refers to the noble, the faithful, noble disciples of the Buddha. Who are those noble disciples of the Buddha? Those who have developed, and is further defined, Yadidam Chattaro. What is that? There are the 4 pairs of person and 8 kinds of individuals. That is what the Sravaka Sangha is defined as. What are the 4 pairs of person? The 4 pairs of person, they are those 4 pairs of person. What are the 4 pairs of person? They are those who have entered the path, the stream winner, Sottapati or Sottapanna, right? Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhat. These are the 4 stages of sainthood, right? Now, in each stage of sainthood, you have one who have entered the path and one who realizes the path. So you have 1 pair. There is a person who strives in the path now. And some of you are in the path now. Until such time you realize the friction. When you realize the friction, you become a different person. Right? Another kind of person. Right? So there are, in each of these stage of sainthood, this 4 stages of sainthood, there is the path and the friction, Magga Phala. You tread in the path, you practice until you realize that you come to the friction. Then you go a little 1 step further. That is why you get 4 pairs of person or 8 kinds of individual that constitute the Sravaka Sangha. And remember, there are still, when you get out of this place, you will find that many people have the view, have the belief that still some people hold the belief that in this world today there cannot be any arahants. But this is not what the Buddha taught. In the Mahaparinibbana Sutta you find that the Buddha says to Chunda, as long as there are disciples, as long as there are disciples and followers to practice the Dhamma, this world will not be emptied of arahats. This is what the Buddha said. So this path is there and has been maintained. Huh? This is something that we are very fortunate to live at a time to have this opportunity to practice this Dhamma amidst the various kinds of mixtures, various kinds of rites, rituals and ceremonies, right? Which many or most of you know Buddhism in the form of rituals, right? There are forms of, prayer, coming for chanting and asking for blessing and all sorts of things. This is what Buddhism is to you. Until you come and realize that in Buddhism there is the teaching of how we can develop our mind step by step, stage by stage, how we can purify our mind and liberate this mind. Understand? This is what Buddhism is about. The teachings of the Buddha is nothing but a process, but one which helps us to purify our minds. And in the purification of our mind, we will begin to understand the true nature of ourselves. And we find that there is no self. Now you think you are somebody. After you realize, then you are nobody. When you realize that you are nobody, then you are really somebody. Then you will be a really ordinary person. Now you are extraordinary. You look around you, everybody behave extraordinarily. They are not ordinary human beings. They are a bit extraordinary. That's why you always try to look a little bit different from others. Your hairstyle, your clothing, you always try to be something different, not ordinary. But after you realize the true nature of life, you will be able to live as a truly ordinary human being, ordinary person. Right? So go on, strive on with diligence. This is what the Buddha said. Do not feel that, if you are not able to develop as quickly as others, now, do not be worried. Do not be too over-anxious over this. You may have certain skills which you have developed. Some people I know, some people you find little children. Some people, they walk, little children, they walk very fast. They learn how to walk very quickly, very young age. Some cannot walk. I know of some people too who cannot walk. Some little children, they cannot walk until 1-2 years old. But when they learn how to walk, they run. So such development can also take place in you, little by little, but determine, make an effort. Your success will depend. The path to success. Buddha talked about certain qualities, certain factors of success. If you want to succeed in your attainments, not only in this attainment, in whatever you do, there are 4 conditions. What are they? 1, chanda. You must have the wish, you must have the aspiration in your mind. Then, virya. You must have the effort, the energy to pursue that wish, that aspiration. Then, chitta, one-mindedness. Your mind must not be distracted over here and there, other things. You are one-mindedness. Vimamsa is the ability to discern things, the ability to scrutinize, the ability to contemplate. If you only have the ability to get into calmness and deep concentration, but if you have no ability to concentrate, to contemplate, to reflect on, then there is no wisdom. You develop this vimamsa or wisdom, scrutinize things. These are the four factors. Ittipada, I call. Develop the power of your mind. Mental powers, success, way to success. You must have an aim, you must have a goal in your mind. If you do not have this aim, then you don't reach the goal. So, have this aim in your mind that if you make the determination that may I be able to tread this path and realize that final goal, be free my mind from suffering, liberate my mind, then if you have this aim in your mind, you have set your mind in that course, in that direction, and everything else, all your energies will move in that direction. Right? So, now I will conclude this session, Dhamma session, by way of reciting and sharing them, reciting suttas and share these merits with all the devas, all deities, and then also think of all your departed relatives and friends that you can transfer or dedicate these merits of this occasion, and what you have done throughout the day. All those who have been practicing, novices, upasikas, and all our devotees who have worked very hard from morning to prepare, to serve breakfast, lunch and drinks, and rejoice in these meritorious actions and share these merits, dedicate these merits for the well-being and happiness of all beings. Now, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itipiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho. Vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu. Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manusanang buddho bhagavati. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sandittiko akaliko. Ehi passiko opanayiko. Paccatang veditabbo vinyuhiti. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Nyayapatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Samicipatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Yadidang Chattari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Puggala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakkineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttarang Punya Ketang Lokasati Vandami Cetiyang Sabbang Sabbatani Supatititang Saririka Dhatu Mahabodhing Buddha Rupang Sakalang Sada Vandami Cetiyang Sabbang Sabbatani Supatititang Saririka Dhatu Mahabodhing Buddha Rupang Sakalang Sada Vandami Cetiyang Sabbang Sabbatani Supatititang Saririka Dhatu Mahabodhi Lokanatena Pujita Yassa Mule Nisinno Vasabbari Vijayang Aka Patto Sabbanyutang Satta Vanditang Bodhipadapang Imete Mahabodhi Lokanatena Pujita Ahampi te namasami Bodhi Raja Namatute Yassa Mule Nisinno Vasabbari Vijayang Aka Patto Sabbanyutang Satta Vanditang Bodhipadapang Ime ete Mahabodhi Lokanatena Pujita Ahampi te namasami Bodhi Raja Namatute Yassa Mule Nisinno Vasabbari Vijayang Aka Patto Sabbanyutang Satta Vanditang Bodhipadapang Ime ete Mahabodhi Lokanatena Pujita Ite namasami Bodhi Raja Namatute Karaniya Matta Kusalena Yang Tang Santang Padang Abhisamecha Sako Ujuca Sujuca Suvaco Chassa Muduanatimani Santo Sakoca Subaroca Appakicoca Sallauka Vutti Santindriyoca Nipakoca Appagabbo Kulesu Ananugido Naca Kutang Samacari Kinci Yena Vinyo Pari Upavadeyung Sukhino Vakemino Hontu Sabbe Satta Bhavantu Sukhitata Yeke Cipana Bhutati Tasavata Varava Anavasesa Digava Ye Mahantava Majjima Rasakanukatula Tavayeva aditaye chadure vasanti avidure Bhutava sambhave siva sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitata Naparo parang nikubeta nati manyeta katta cinang kanci Vyarosana patiga sanyanya manyassa dukkha micceya Mātāyatani yang puttang ayusa eka putta manurake Evampi sabba bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimanang Metang ca sabba lokasming manasang bhavaye aparimanang Uddang adoca tiriyanca asambadang avirang asapatang Tittang carang nisinno vasayano vayavatassa vigatamido Etang sating aditeya brahma metang viharang idamaho Dittinca anupagamma silavadassanena sampanno Kāmesu vinaya gedang nahi jatu gabba sayyang punariti Etena sajja vajena soti te hotu sabbada Etena sajja vajena sabba rogo vinasatu Etena sajja vajena hotu te jaya mangalang Sabbitiyo vivajantu sabba rogo vinasatu Mate bhavatwantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata Sabba buddhanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata Sabba dhammanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata Sabba sanghanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te Nakkata yakka bhutanang papakka nivarana Paritasanubhavena antva te sang upadave Nakkata yakka bhutanang papakka nivarana Paritasanubhavena hantva te sang upadave Nakkata yakka bhutanang papakka nivarana Paritasanubhavena hantva te sang upadave Akasatta ca bummata devanaga mahedika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu loka sasanang Akasatta ca bummata devanaga mahedika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu desanang Akasatta ca bummata devanaga mahedika Punyantang anumoditva cirang rakkantu mang parangti Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo Abhivadana silasa niccang vaddha pacayino Cattaro dhamma vaddanti ayu vanno sukhang balang Ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti minate samejjato. By the power of the Buddha, the Dhamma and the Sangha, and all the merits that you have acquired on this occasion, you can make your firm determination and aspiration, first sharing this merits with all the devas, all celestial beings, wherever they may be, and also dedicate the merits to all your departed relatives and friends, wherever they may be, that they may receive Dhamma, they grow in Dhamma, and pave the way for them to be free from all sufferings. And through all these good thoughts, all the merits that you have acquired, make your firm determination, aspiration in your mind that you'll be able to further develop, to strengthen and purify your minds, so that you'll be able to confront and overcome whatever obstacles, whatever difficulties that arise, and that you'll be able to develop wisdom, compassion, be able to make good use of your lives, not only for your own happiness, but also for the welfare, for the happiness of the many. And may you all be able to progress in your life, progress in your practice,